Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. So Grigalashvili makes his 4th World Championships final, and he's taken gold in 3 of them now, which makes him pretty much a living Georgian legend on the tatami. So we'll go through all of his matches. I got both camera angles for you guys, so we'll have a look at all the different angles, all of his attacks. Now this is Grigalashvili's first fight against Cavalius. In round 2, Wazari score here with the Harai Goshi. Can't say I've seen Grigalashvili do a Harai Goshi before, but he's definitely known for having just a wide variety of attacks. Mixes in the Georgian kind of style as well as traditional judo. Here is a Seoi Nage from him. He has a really good Seoi Nage. Now that ended up with Cavalius getting his 3rd Shido. Into the next round against Albarak. And Albarak, he's got a win over Grigalashvili, taking him out at the European Championships. So this is probably one of Grigalashvili's hardest matchups. And what you can really see is Albarak, he just matches the physicality of Grigalashvili, especially in the close range. And so he has to get a little bit creative in how to deal with Albarak. I mean, this attack here, most people probably would have gone over for Ippon, but Albarak just really strong, able to defend. Now the scoreboard isn't up on the screen in these shots here, but Grigalashvili is a Shido ahead. Albarak, he's got 2 against his name. And so a bit of a tactical play here. So both guys end up taking a sleeve grip on with both hands. And now Grigalashvili's is a pistol grip with his left hand. I'll show you guys the other camera angle in a minute. But I think Albarak, you know, he was kind of thinking here, okay, he's got the pistol grip, he'll get the Shido for doing this. But what the ref actually did is he gave them both a passivity penalty. And you can see Albarak here, he's kind of saying, hey, he's grabbing my hand like a pistol grip. Shouldn't that be just a Shido for Grigalashvili? But nope. So I think that was a bit hard for Albarak getting a Shido for this. If you saw Fujiwara, the last competition, I think it was Dushanbe, he was just putting his hands up, pointing to the ref, hey, look at this pistol grip. And then his opponent, I think it was Boltaboyev, ended up getting a Shido for that. So a similar situation, but this time both guys get a penalty for pushing down with the hands. Quarterfinal now against Makhmadbekov, who ended up going and taking a bronze medal after this match. So some good attacks early on from Makhmadbekov, kind of getting Grigalashvili off balance a little bit. This next attack, I was kind of surprised Grigalashvili didn't get a Wazari from it, because I mean, we've seen in the previous days people getting Wazaris for much less. Similar attack now, just about a minute later. This one definitely not a Wazari, elbow out, landing pretty flat on the stomach. So into golden score now, and Makhmadbekov doing well, taking it to Grigalashvili, not too many Shidos on the board. Nice bit of Ashiwaza here from Grigalashvili. Kochi and the Kosoto working well for him. And now you can see Makhmadbekov with 2 Shidos on the board. And then an Ochigari. Now Makhmadbekov, you can see here from the other angle, put his elbows down on the tatami. So not only a Wazari, but also gets a Shido for that. Now the semi-final, up against Lee. And now I gotta say, Lee is starting to become a bit of a rival for Grigalashvili. He definitely did better in this contest than he has in previous performances. Almost gets the Seoi Nage there. And there were a couple of really close moments for Lee. Here, definitely running away. Gets a Shido for dropping down the Tomoe Nage attempt. And Grigalashvili putting his hands out like that. He does that a lot. And I think it's good. It looks good in the eyes of the judges. And this attack here by Lee, that was a good one. That was a close one. Not many people get really close to throwing Grigalashvili. Now there is a really interesting exchange here. So Lee, he initiates a technique here, goes down for Seoi Nage, and Grigalashvili looks for the counter, picks him up very high, and on the return Lee, he puts the leg on the outside. Have a look from this other angle and watch Lee's left leg. And so they were looking at that, they were looking at on the monitor to see if Lee should get a Wazari score for this. And I think they came up with the right decision not to give anyone a score. And then, just shortly after, Grigalashvili catches Lee. This time, a good counter. And just enough for a Wazari. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. Here's the other angle. Do you think this is a good Wazari from Grigalashvili? I think it is. I think he had good control there and just put him a little bit on his side. So a close match between those two. Definitely a good rivalry. And I really think these two, maybe Cass as well, are the top three at under 81s, but Grigalashvili, he's definitely the king. Now the final, and the final was up against a Russian who I have not heard of before. His name is Arbuzov, pretty new on the international scene, very flexible, good at escaping. I think he's only 20 years of age. And so it's quite incredible that he made it all the way to the final here. Looking for a bit of newaza. Now you'll see it shortly, but there was a clash of heads later on. And interestingly, Grigalashvili, he started bleeding out. And Arbuzov, I mean, nothing. No blood whatsoever. So, just kind of makes me think he's a bit of a robot. Just incredible to come out here 20 years of age, make it all the way to a final. Now, just coming up, this is the clash of heads. Grigalashvili goes in for a kochigari and just clips kind of the edge of the eye. Grigalashvili ends up getting bandaged up. Nice bit of ashiwaza there, getting him off balance. Now this contest was interrupted twice with the doctor. And when Grigalashvili came back for the second time, he really launched in for a big attack. And this, I mean, this is classic Grigalashvili. He's so good at this. And of course he should be, being Georgian. The uranage, tried and true. And he can do it both sides. It's absolutely incredible. He is so strong, so technical. And now he's so experienced, being a three-time world champion. So here's another angle. Just that final throw. Look at that. Almost enough for an ippon, but Arbuzov, once again, really good at defending. So Grigalashvili, guys, what do you think? Living legend on the mat, three-time world champion. Absolutely insane. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
So it was put down to a Wazari, and Grigalashvili, look at this. And he did the same in one of his other fights, Arbuzov, and it was nice to see. That's really nice to see. What a great fight that was.